Hello, my name is Victoria Shoni, and I'll be going over what I did for Math Wizards tool. I first created a public enum class to define the levels of difficulty, which is easy, medium, and hard. And for the math sessions, I had made a I first imported the secure random, which is just a secure place for it to generate random numbers. And then the public class math sessions, I had put in the static variables, which will be used inside of the class, which is total questions asked and total correct answers. And I instantiated the string of the student name, score, level of difficulty, and the secure random. I then made a overloader constructor for the math sessions, which pass in the student name and the level of difficulty. This dot student name equals student name. We're using this to just assign the student name to the variable that we had used. And then we also do that for the level, score, and the random, just initializing the secure random to generate random numbers. For my method of generate questions, I have used if all statements. So if the level is equal to difficult easy, the max equals 10, and else if the level um, equals to difficulty medium, max is equal to 50, else 1000, which is hard. And then I had made the int num1, int num2 to generate the random dot next int max, which is will just generate the two random numbers between 1 to the max. This right here, system out print line, the session started. It just says the session started in the level that it's at, and then I'll just print the custom generated numbers. And then for the process answers, I just passing in the user answer and correct answer. Um, the system will outprint what the answer that the user entered. So that if you usually answered a correct answer, it will print out correct, and the scores will be added into the increments. And then else it will print out incorrect. Over here is the print global stats. This just kind of gives us what the user is going to see with the total questions asked and the total correct answers. And then for this one, it's just a special case because of what specifically with Bob using a custom number. We create a generate question, int max, and then we're just reusing the top part that we had used. So then when we go over here in the Math Wizard test, we're just importing the scanner so it can be read, and then for the main class, we then now create an object of the scanner, and then for the math sessions, we're also creating an object for Alice and Bob with their specific difficulty level. Now specifically for Alice, um, in Alice correct equals Alice dot generate questions. We'll just generate a question that will be correct, and the code will read Alice's answer and check the answers and update the score. Whereas with Bob, since we have a custom max value, which is 100, it will generate a question based off of that, and then it will also read Bob's answer and then check if the answer given by Bob is correct. And then in the bottom, the math sessions dot print global stats will just print out what was used in the math sessions, and then we're just closing out scanner dot close, and to just show that it does run correctly. It is loading. Okay, there. So 4 plus 7 is 11. And then for Bob, I can't see. Let me move this. I'm just gonna do an incorrect answer on purpose. and then it just prints out the total questions generated and the number of correct answers. Good. Thank you so much.